lot in church about church hurt. And to be quite honest, what we call church hurt, some of it's just the normal accidents and incidents that happen whenever you have human beings. Whenever you have groups of people. That the church is realistically like a hospital, right? And that in a hospital, a lot of hurting people. And sometimes hurt people hurt people. That if you're in any group, any organization, any church, where you have human beings who have issues and flaws and problems, and they bump into other people who have issues and flaws and problems, there's going to be conflict. And some people leave the church, and I'm not minimizing people who have been genuinely hurt. Understand what I'm saying? But some of the stuff is not just being hurt, it's being overly sensitive. And not understanding that people sometimes will do people things. That abuse has a tendency to be a cycle. That people who have been abused, maybe people even as children who have been abused, that people tend to grow up and repeat the very things they've been exposed to, even when they've been hurt by it themselves, because abuse can be cyclical. That sometimes I inflict on other people what's been inflicted on me. And it's not that I'm a bad person, it's just I've been a wounded person, and if you don't get healing from it, you tend to repeat the cycle. So I left the ministry, I left the church, I left the relationship, I left the family that damaged me so severely that I can hardly stand, and now that I'm in a place of authority, I tend to repeat what was done to me. This is why we need healing in the church. This is why we need ministry in the church. That some of us are not going to be ready for ministry until God begins to heal you from some things. Because you'll just repeat the very things that was done to you. And you may not even mean it. It may just be sincerely accidental. But we have a tendency to repeat what's been done to us. That's accidental. But there is an element in church that does do things intentionally, who actually sit back and wait to sabotage people, who it is their intention, they feel like it's their ministry to tear other people down, who actually live to tear people down, who make it their intention to wear people out, who actually sit back in the corner waiting by the spirit of the enemy, looking for vulnerable people and new people and young Christians and young families, and they sit back in the corner. This is why you got to be careful who you hang out with. They sit back in the corner and they intentionally try to destroy whatever God has for you. There is that element, but we are not that people. We are called to do good to people. We have a duty to do good to people. He said, come with us and we will do you good. We won't do you harm. We will do you good. That God has, oh my God, that God has put a ministry down in you to do good by people. That if you're a true Christian, that God has put something down in you that brings exhortation and edification and comfort, that your job is not to tear people down, but to build people up. Come with us and we will do you good. Look at somebody and say, I'm going to do you good. I want to see a church where people feel like they can get ministry, that they can feed, amen, like sheep without fear. Well, they know that they can come and not have to worry about somebody trying to kill them or talk about them or put them down or highlight their issues or tell their business. Oh, come on, come down with us and we will do you good. I know it's old-fashioned in church. We've always made the church like the OK Corral. Somebody's always shooting at somebody. Somebody's always lying on somebody. Somebody's always using the internet to destroy somebody. But wouldn't it be something if we created a church where people came in and knew that if you just get to Victory Church, they will do you good. We need a reputation for being good people. I'm just good to people. When I walked in, oh my God, I was overwhelmed with love. I was met at the door. They greeted me on the parking lot. They ushered me to my seat. They asked me if I needed anything, because we have been put here to do good. Look at somebody and say, I'm going to do you good. I'm going to do you good. Oh, for the day that I can stand beside somebody and not worry about them trying to take whatever God got from me because they plan to do me good, John. Oh, for the day that we can get around saints and you'll find people trying to lift you up and not trying to tear you down. Look at somebody and say, we'll do you good. I told somebody last year in Bible class, I said one of the themes for this new year is that we're going to grow people. That's what we're about. We grow people. We don't destroy people, we grow people. Everybody that's into destroying people, that day's played out. But God is going to start exalting and elevating some people who grow people, who understand that their ministry is to help you be better. That my calling is to lift you up some sort of way and encourage you some sort of way. Look at somebody and say, we're going to do you good.